going to start with our feet in parallel, hip width apart, near the front of your mat. And take a moment to center your body. Feel the weight even between your heels, your big toe joint, and your little toe joint. Feeling that nice tripod underneath your feet. Lengthen through those legs. Imagine the legs growing longer and lifting up through the pelvic floor. Drawing the belly button in towards your spine. Paying attention to your posture. Are you feeling a little tight in the hips? Do we maybe need to those abs in a little bit more? Draw the shoulders back. Are we feeling tight in the chest? Start clocking little things that you feel in your body. So you can keep an eye on them for the rest of the session. Lengthen through the crown of the head like you're trying to lift your head off of your shoulders. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, start to peel your spine down. Take your head down. Leave a space between your chin and your chest. And then continue through the upper back. Feel the stretch through that upper spine. Your mid back. Bend your knees and then hinge at the hips the rest of the way down. Fingertips to the mat. Relax the head and neck. Scoop those abs in. Take an inhale. And exhale. Draw the abdominals in. Think of wheeling that pelvis back to neutral with those hamstrings. Keeping the knees bent. Lengthening through the front of the hips. And then restacking that spine. Checking in on those little things you felt earlier. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Roll down from the crown of the head. The upper back. The mid back. Bend your knees. Let's make sure we're all muted online. Exhale, scoop those abs in. Tucking the pelvis. Straightening those legs. Stacking the spine, open the chest. Inhale. And exhale, roll down from the crown of the head. The upper. The mid back. Keep the weight on the inside of those feet. Bending the knees. Making sure you're not rolling in or rolling out. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the abs in and the sits bones down. Straighten those legs. Restacking the spine. And now from here, take the leg that you trust less and bring it behind you, the one that doesn't feel as stable. And now we're going to go down onto that knee. Good. Take a seat. Take the feet out in front. Sitting about middle of your mat, pulling up nice and tall. For those of you who tune in to the Zoom class often, you'll recognize this as sort of an unofficial BASI warm-up that Rel loves. You take an inhale. Exhale, scoop the abdominals into your spine, and I want you to really find that low back flexion. We're really trying to open up into the low back. We're not trying to push aggressively into the upper spine. We're specifically going for the low back. And now as we come up, we're going to lengthen up through the spine, pulling yourself upright with your hands if you need to. You can use those arms to give you a boost. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in. Pressing that low back, that lumbar spine into flexion. And now lifting back up. And again, if you need the arms to help you, you can use that. And you want the legs a comfortable distance away from you. If the feet are too close, it's going to be too hard to come upright onto those sits bones. So give yourself a little bit of space so that you can comfortably rock upright onto those sits bones. Exhale, draw the abdominals in. And lengthen, lift. And now from here, take the arms away. And we're going to do this just with your spine now. You're going to scoop into your low back, Create that C curve. And now roll backwards, hinging at the hips. And you can take this only as far back as you'd like. Maybe we're going all the way to here, maybe not. Exhale, draw those abs in. And now we lift the arms, we lift the chest, we let the knees open. Open the arms and then scoop the arms and the legs back in. We roll back, drawing those abdominals in. And maybe we're moving just a teensy bit. Maybe we're coming all the way back to the low back. Exhale forward. Just listen to your body. Remember, this is the warm-up. Open the arms, scoop those arms in. And try not to force your back into anything it doesn't feel warmed up enough to do. So just take this at your own pace. Only take it at your own range. Exhale forward. Big focus of today is going to be listening to your body. Scoop those abs in. From here, you're going to roll back, and I want you to take your hands behind your knee pits, and then keep your hands touching your knee pits. Roll down. Good. Place the feet down, and then lower the head and chest down onto the mat. We want to find our neutral pelvis position. Those feet should be fist width apart, that hip width apart. The arms are relaxed. And I want you to feel your mid-back melting onto the mat. And then the back of the sacral bone also weighing down into the mat. And I don't want any pressure in the low back. Your lumbar spine may be touching the mat. That just depends on the shape of your spine, but we don't want pressure there. You want to feel most of your contact is right on the back of that pelvis, right in the back of the ribs. We're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, take your belly button into your spine with your abdominals and start to draw those hip bones towards your ribs with your abs until you feel that nice firm imprint of the low back on the mat. And I want the bones of the low back pushing down. And then come back to your neutral pelvis. Again, inhale. Exhale, scoop the abs in. Initiate that imprint, the hip bones drawing towards your ribs and the belly button drawing towards the spine. And then rock back to your neutral. One more time, we inhale. Breathing out into the sides of the ribs and exhale, scoop the abs. Belly button to spine, hip bones to ribs. From here, we're going to continue. Push your heels down into the mat and start to peel the pelvis up. And the low back. And the mid back. And the upper back. Just a teensy bit. Open the chest. Put the weight on the inside of those feet so we feel those inner thighs working hard. Keep the abdominals drawn in so those ribs and those hip bones are pulling towards each other, pushing up into this hip extension. And then we peel back down. I want you to keep your pelvis up as you bring your chest bone down. And then the ribs. The pelvis up as you draw the belly button down. And the low back, and now we relax the glutes, we rock back to neutral pelvis. Again, inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine, use the abdominals to get that imprint. The legs are completely relaxed until now when we push the feet down to peel tailbone up. And as you lift the spine, articulate one vertebra at a time, and I want you to find that hip extension sooner rather than later. You get a hamstring cramp, you're doing it right, and roll back down, nice and slow. And if you do get that hamstring cramp, like I am right now, just go ahead and extend that leg and get rid of that hamstring cramp real quick, because it will come back if you don't stretch it out. Just give it a second. And then try it again. Inhale. Exhale. Draw deeper into that posterior tilt. Push your feet down. Lift the pelvis. Just take it slow today. Inhale. And exhale. Roll back down. Take your time. Relax the glutes. Come back to your neutral pelvis. From here, we take the arms up to the ceiling, palms in, right above those shoulders, and then open them out to the side. If you're on a raised mat table like I am, feel free to hold the sides of the table like a goalpost. Otherwise, arms out straight is fine. We're going to scoop the abdominals in to your imprint again. Take one leg to tabletop, knee over the hip, shin parallel to the floor, and now pick up your second leg. No change in the pelvis. Holding that with your abs. From here, we go into spine twist supine. I'm going to have you roll away from me first. Going to inhale. As you twist the spine. And then exhale. As you imprint the spine on your way through your neutral. We inhale, twist the spine. So you should feel more weight on this opposite shoulder. I'm not arching my shoulder blade up away from the mat. I'm just peeling my pelvis up. And then I'm using my abs to peel back to neutral. And then we inhale, twisting. Again, this opposite shoulder blade stays down, the ribs stay down. We're just rolling. And then we use those abs to pull back to center. Imagine you have a string attached from your heels to your sits bones, and you cannot break that string. Exhale back to center. We also don't want to lose tension on that spring. And exhale back to center. Let's do once more each side. Once we come back to center. Now once more away from me. Twisting the spine exclusively, only twisting. And then coming back to your center. And inhale, twist. And back to center. We place one foot down and the other foot down. Interlace the fingers together, webbing to webbing. No light, we threw the fingers. Hands go behind your occipital bone, right above your neck. Hands on the back of the head, not on the neck. Above. Feet are flat, knees are bent. We're in a neutral pelvis position. I want you to float your elbows away from this table, away from the mat, and drop your shoulders down into a neutral position. From here, activate those arms. I want you to almost try to pull your hands apart. Don't let them separate. Try to pull so that you feel the armpits are really anchored. We're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, feel your abs flex first. Feel those abs flex. And then, like a pulley system, the more you flex, the chest starts to lift. We look at the knees. Inhale, stay. Exhale. Releasing the abdominals slowly until we end up back in our neutral position. We inhale. Exhale, pull those ribs to the hip bones, going from your neutral spine into your imprint of your low back. You want the low back down, you just don't want to do it by tucking the pelvis, but you still want that imprint. Low back down. Relaxing, making sure that now that we're in neutral again, the low back is no longer down, right? It's lifted. Exhale, lift the head and chest. And as you get higher in your chest lift, that's when you feel that low back flatten. Exhale, over down. Keep your weight in your head weight in your hands. Exhale, lift the head and chest. deeper into that lift. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down. One more time, we go, inhale. Exhale, glide the ribs to the hip bones. Lifting nice and high, we stay here, we inhale. Exhale, rotate away from me, to the side, and back to center. And as you rotate, I want you to feel we're rotating at your spine, just like our spine twisted spine, except now it's the opposite end of the body. Inhale, rotate. In and exhale, rotate, excuse me. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Try to really lift as you rotate. Reach your chest bone past your thighs. And exhale, past the thighs. Back to center. Once more to each side. We rotate. We lift high. We rotate. We lift high. And we lower the head and chest. All the way down. Circle those arms around by your sides. Find your neutral pelvis again. We're going to take the leg that is closest to me and lift the leg up into your tabletop. Slightly past your tabletop. Make sure the knee comes in closer. Knee is still at 90 degrees here, so I don't want to see that foot dropped. I want the foot lifted just above your other leg. We're going to inhale, lower the thigh bone down away from you. Tap and now lift the leg back up. We inhale, lower, tap the foot and lift. Focus on keeping your pelvis and your spine completely unchanging. Feel the weight of the mid-back melting into that table, the back of the sacral bone melting into the table, and you should feel those abs kick on a little deeper. The ball and socket joint hinging, disassociating at that hip joint. Last one we draw in. Then we place that foot down. Toe will heel right across from the other foot. And now we lift the second leg. And as you do so, make sure that the abdominals stay still, the pelvis stays still. We lift the leg up. We draw it in past that hip crease, but make sure we're no longer arching that back. We want that neutral position. Inhale, lower thigh bone down. Tap, exhale, lift. Again, trying not to change the knee joint, just changing the hip joint. Inhale, lower. Exhale, feel the weight of that thigh. Inhale, lower. Tap and exhale. Feel the weight of the thigh. Inhale down. Keeping your shoulders back. Keeping the abdominals active. Feeling the weight in the sacral bone. Get a little heavier. One more. Inhale, tap. And exhale, lift, getting heavier in the pelvis. Good. Place that foot down. From here, we're going to take the arms up to the ceiling. Palms facing your leg. We're going to do a progression. We're going to progress into 100 prep. We're going to start with the feet down, then take it to tabletop. We're going to soften those ribs down. Keep your neutral spine. Now, without moving the shoulders, take the arms back, 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 overhead. From here, we're going to keep those ribs down. We take the arms up, 90 degrees of the shoulders. Now we lift the head and chest. The arms moved in space, but we didn't change the shoulder joint. Now the arms come down parallel to the ground, and then take the arms up. That 90-degree bend, and then lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. Very good. Take your right leg to tabletop. Don't change the pelvis. Don't let that side drop. Take the arms up. Lift the head and chest. Lower those arms. Take the arms up. Lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. Pause here. Take both legs to tabletop. Set your right foot down, leave the left leg up. No change of the pelvis. We take the arms up. We lift the head and chest. We lower the arms. Watch the pelvis, make sure there's no twisting. Take the arms up. Lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. Take both legs to tabletop again. No change of that pelvis. Squeeze your legs together. Arms up. Head and chest. And then arms. And take the arms up. Lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. 2 more. Arms. Head and chest. Getting up nice and high in that chest lift. Inhale, arms. Lower the head and chest and reach back. On this one, we're going to stay up. We're going to extend those legs long. Arms. Head, chest, and arms, and the legs out straight. We're going to inhale. Exhale, pulse. And in. You can take the legs up higher if you need to be kinder to that back. You can lower the legs down more to get more challenge. I'm going to settle right in the middle today. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Keep those pulses nice and small. 1 more. Exhale. Pause. Tabletop. Lift the arms. Lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. We're going to glide 1 leg out straight and the other leg out straight. Take a nice big inhale. Breathing into those ribs. And then draw the ribs down. Circle the arms around by your sides. From here, we take the right leg to tabletop. We extend the leg. We grab the thigh, flexing that foot, and I want you to pull your leg in deeper, deeper into that hamstring stretch. Feel free to point and flex the foot. You can even make little circles of the ankles if you like, rolling one way and then the other way, feeling the different muscles around the ankle joint stretching. And now we stay. We're going to put that knee right over the hip joint. Reach that leg up straight, and we're going to go into leg circles. We're going to cross the midline first. Drop, catch, take the leg up. Drop, catch, take the leg up. So it's got a bit of momentum to it. And inhale. And exhale, making sure that we're not moving the pelvis. And this can be teeny tiny if it needs to be, but we don't want to wiggle. Taking that knee all the way up over the hip every time. 2 more. Pause at the top, reverse. We circle, we don't wiggle. We circle. And if it's big, it's a bit of a drop catch. And a drop catch. And in, keep that bottom leg nice and long. Inhale, and exhale, pause at the top. We point the foot, we bend the knee, we glide the leg out straight. Feel the length through that leg, how much longer it feels. Your other leg, squeeze those legs together. Now take your second leg up to tabletop. Extend that leg to the ceiling. You can grab that thigh and pull your hamstring in closer. Flex your foot. And holding that stretch, or you can flex and point and roll the ankle around. Couple circles in each direction if you like. Hold that dorsiflexion. Set the knee right over the hip. Lower the arms down, and from here we cross the midline. We go down and around. Down and around and up. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. No movement of the trunk. This is an abdominal exercise, funny enough. Doesn't really feel like it. Pause at the top. We reverse. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. Maybe this is small. That's fine. We want to make sure that whatever we're doing, we're not moving this pelvis. Two more. And pause. Point your foot. Bend your knee. Glide your leg out straight. Reach both legs long. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Pause in this position. Draw the abdominals in. Elongate and squeeze the legs together. We're going to glide the fingertips up to the ceiling, letting the collarbones pop forward off the body and the shoulder blades lift away from the mat. And now glide the shoulder blades back down. Find your neutral shoulder. And go again. Inhale. And then exhale. Feeling the shoulder blades and those ribs imprint on the mat. And inhale, last one. We reach. We exhale. Find your neutral. Keep the arms, the shoulders still. Lift the arms overhead as far as you can without elevating the shoulder blades. And now we go into roll up. We're gonna lift the arms. Lift the head and chest. Lower the arms parallel to the ground. We scoop those abs in deeper. I want you to feel that imprint and then lift forward into your C curve. Check your C curve. Are the shoulders over the hip crease? Are your arms parallel to the ground? Eyes on the thighs. Exhale, roll down. Making sure that those arms stay parallel. We take those arms up and we reach them back. Again, inhale, arms, head and chest, arms. Find those abs. If we need to bend the knees a little, that's okay. Keep your C curve. Remember, your back extensors are making this shape, right? Not your abs. If I lose my back, I slouch. Back extensors create the shape of your C curve. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down, scooping those abs. Gliding back down. Lift the arms, lower the chest, reach the arms back. Again, inhale. Being very particular about the shape you are making. Inhale. And exhale, roll back down, hinging from the hip joints. And if you must bend the knees, then that is okay. We inhale, arms, head and chest, arms, but don't use momentum. You're cheating yourself out of the exercise when you do that. And even come forward more with your chest. There you go. Yeah. Rounded, eyes on the thighs, and then bring it back. Head and chest down, arms back. One more time, we inhale, arms, head and chest. Arms, keep the shoulders open. Do not let your shoulders close in on you as you lift. You peel up with the abs. Arms forward. From here, we peel the spine up. We dorsiflex those feet. Separate those feet just outside your shoulder width apart, inside of your mat width. If you need to bend the knees, get my hip cramp. If you need to bend the knees to get upright onto those sits bones, please do. We want to prioritize a nice flat back position. Arms straight. Imagine that you're pressed up against a wall. From the back of the head all the way through the upper, mid, lower, and sacral spine. We inhale. We exhale, disconnect the head from the wall. Keep your chin and your chest away from each other. Now peel your upper back off of the wall, one vertebra at a time. And the middle of your back. You feel that imprint on the wall with your low back, and then you continue to peel away. Arms are lifted, your shoulders are down. And now, if you have room in the hamstrings, then we can hinge at the hip joints. If not, then that's the end of your journey for today. Inhale at the bottom. We exhale, either hinge right back onto those sits bones and then roll up, or we start stacking the vertebrae, one at a time. It's called spine stretch for a reason. We inhale. We exhale, peel away from the wall, not excessively with the neck. You want to really feel that articulation and that stretch through the spine as you go further into this range. And it's not excessive, but it is really active, and you might even feel the fascia across the back here might be tight. Exhale, peel it in. That's really where that spine stretch comes in. So if you're tight in the back muscles or tight in the fascia, exhale, peel away. Make sure as you peel the upper back forward that you don't also glide the shoulder blades forward. Those stay back and you peel down. And hinge. Inhale. Exhale, scoop back in. Restacking that spine. Being mindful. Let's do one more. We're going to inhale. Exhale, peel away. One piece at a time. Reaching those fingertips forward, hinging at the hip joints. Inhale. And exhale. Draw those abs in. Restack that spine, coming all the way up one piece at a time. Take your legs together. Point those feet. Glide the legs in towards you. And pick up those feet. Hovering above the mat. Hands are active on your ankles, as low as you can get comfortably. Shoulder blades are back. Legs are together. The spine is in a nice C shape. Our eyes are on our thighs. From here, to go into roll like a ball, I want you to try not to roll yet. Just tuck the pelvis deeper into that C curve. Try to roll further back onto your sacral bone until you naturally roll back. And then come back up, stomp on those sits bones. Inhale, scoop deeper. Back up. And just let that organic momentum take you back. Don't force it. And up. Inhale. You want to avoid kicking with those feet. Avoid throwing the head back. Keep your head off of the mat, please. It helps to keep your gaze in the right spot. If you're looking at your knees, your head will stay in. If you look at the ceiling, your head position is going to change, and you might accidentally bump the back of your head to the mat. Inhale, eyes on the thighs. Just between the shoulder blades. Hovering. Two more. Inhale back. It's looking really good in the room in person. Make sure you don't smack your face with your knees. Keep those legs pushing into your hands so that you don't close this gap here. The space between you and the knees is sacred. You do not pop that space. Inhale. Right. From here, we're going to set the feet down, one at a time. Send the legs out straight. Reach the arms forward. Round the spine, and we roll back down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Through that in, bend the knees if you need to. Take the arms up and back. Reach the arms back. Take a nice big stretch again. Bend those knees. Open the arms into a T position. We're going to windshield wiper the legs. You're going to take your knees toward, let's go away from me, to the side, and let your pelvis and spine just naturally roll to the side. Don't force anything. And then with your abs, come back to center. And then send your knees towards me. Bring into a little windshield wiper. And notice if this side feels different than the other. Notice where you feel the stretch, where you feel the tightness. And come back with those abs and the legs. And let's do that again. Inhale, the knees go to the side. Maybe one side you feel more in your low back, one side you feel more in your hip. Maybe one side we have a lot more range than the other. And then see if you can figure out why there's an imbalance. Maybe we're going further on one side because our shoulder is lifting on that side, but not on the other. Make sure the shoulder blades are down. Maybe you feel more of a stretch on the hip because you're dropping the legs further on that side. Just try to be aware. Try to connect with the bones of the body. Feel where you're at in space. Not just based off of what feels normal for the muscles, because muscles can be imbalanced, right? Try to feel where your bones are in space. From here, right in the middle, we're going to take one leg to tabletop. Your second leg to tabletop. Take your hands to your knees and lift your head and chest. Pull yourself up a little deeper into that lift. Keep the legs together. Correct that pelvis. The pelvis is neutral, but we're lifted nice and high. We're going to go into single leg stretch. I'm going to have you send the leg closest to me out straight. Both hands on your opposite knee. I want the inside hand on that knee. Your outside hand, same hand as leg, goes on top of that hand. Pull yourself up deeper. And now switch your legs and your hands. So the inside hand is always the one directly on the knee. We exhale, switch. And exhale, switch. Exhale. And check in with that pelvis. Are we still in neutral? Are we using the arms to help? Try not to take that knee to your chest. You want to take your chest to your thigh. And switch. So my hamstring is pushing into my hand. And switch. One more. Exhale. Exhale, take your hands behind your head, rotate towards your bent leg side, and then come through the neck. And exhale, rotate into that crisscross. Channel your chest lift with rotation here. Try not to just drop and roll across the shoulder blades. Stay lifted. And stay lifted. Less is more. I care less about the rotation. I care more about the lift. Once more to each side. Exhale. And back to center. Grab your legs. Lift yourself up higher. Hold. Hold. Take the hands out. Extend the legs up. Lower the legs away. Now lower the head and chest. Inhale, take the legs to 90. Exhale, we're going to go up and over into your rollover. Hold. We flex the feet. Separate the feet. Lower the feet. Get that hamstring stretch and keep it as you peel down through your spine. One vertebra at a time. And if we don't feel comfortable inverting, lower and connect the legs, then all you're going to do is you're going to come up to 90 and you're just going to try to peel up a little and then put the pelvis back down. And just peel up a little, put the pelvis down. You can even bend the knees and just try not to use momentum. Try to just get that little lift until eventually one day we're able to take that up and over. Please don't look to the side when you're inverted. Really try to think just sits bones to the ceiling, eyes on the ceiling, dorsiflex. We separate the feet shoulder width apart. We lower the legs into that hamstring stretch and we peel down. Point, lower, reconnect. Last one, just 3 today. Inhale, exhale. Flex, separate. No change in the spine as you lower those feet and then we peel down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Point your feet to the ceiling. Lower and reconnect those legs. Bend those knees. Set one foot down and the other foot down. We're going to rock the pelvis forward and back a few times. We're going to tilt the knees side to side a bit. Relax that spine. Land back in the center. Let's take a few pelvic curls. Take an inhale. Exhale. Roll it up. Scoop the abs into your imprint. Peel the tailbone up. Push the heels down. Slowly lift the pelvis to the ceiling. Open the chest. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Peel back down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Feel the difference in your spine. How much more willing and pliant it is. Exhale, scoop those abs in. We can feel the abdominals a little easier. You can feel that imprint a little more. Your hamstrings are happier to do work for you. Now that they're warmed up, inhale and exhale. Roll down, nice and slow. Take your time. Release the glutes. Rock back to neutral. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in. Heel the tailbone up. Into that pelvic curl. We stay. Take the leg closest to knee up into your tabletop. Don't change the pelvis. We're going to inhale, lower the thigh. Tap, exhale, lift. We're going to do that 5 times. As you continue, keep lifting higher with your standing leg, and higher, and higher, and lift higher. And that's just to stay still. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Place your foot all the way down. Fix that pelvic curl, see if you lost it. Hold that position. Take the other leg up. And we inhale, tap. Exhale, lift, higher. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift, higher. Just to maintain. Inhale, exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. We place the foot down all the way. Correct that pelvic curl position. And now peel back down, one vertebra at a time. Keep those inner thighs tethered towards each other. Rock back to neutral. Very good. We're going to glide the legs out straight. Roll onto your side towards me. Send the legs out nice and long. Rest your head on your arm. Lift your waist off of the mat. And now from here, if you need to take the legs forward a little bit in order to stay out of your low back, then please do. Just know that that is a training wheel. And we take that off eventually, bringing the body into a nice straight line from the palm of the hand all the way down through the body to the feet. From here, we lift those legs. Keep the abdominals in, squeeze together. We exhale into your side lift. So I'm going to have you imprint that spine. Take this hip up to your ribs and send it away from you. Imagine the tide pulling in up to the ribs here, and then the tide pulling out. Don't forget to take that hip bone back away from you. Otherwise, you'll have nowhere to go. Inhale, away. So you should feel that you're going onto your hip and onto your waist, then back to your hip and away from the waist. And then onto the waist, and then away from that waist. Exhale, we scoop. Keep those legs together. Inhale, away. Last time, exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Lower the feet. We're going to take your bottom leg into a bent leg position, parallel to the edge of the mat. Knee right in front of the hip, shin parallel. Take your top leg up, lift it. And again, we're lifting that waist. And I don't know if you can see the light coming in underneath my waist, but we are lifted in the trunk. There might not actually be a physical space here, but I want you to think of lifting your bones away from the mat and not just slouching and hanging out. Lift your rib cage, lift your waist up. Internally rotate this top leg, flop the foot, let it relax, keep your knees soft. From here, we go into side leg lift. From the gluteal sideline series, we take the leg up, back to neutral. We lift it up, back to neutral. Do check that this leg is in line with your torso and not in front of you, because that will change the muscle group. Make sure the leg is slightly internally rotated. That will also change the muscle group if it's turned out. And flop the foot, relax it, makes the leg feel heavier. You want to start to feel this burn accumulating in the side of that hip, right in that glute. If you're starting to feel that accumulating in your back, then you need to give yourself more abdominal support and more lift of the waist. Pause at hip height. From here, we take the leg forward and we glide it. No change anywhere else. Take it up, down, and then glide all the way back. Keep this lift if there was a lift. You can even take your hand and place it under your waist. Up, down, and back. And I like this cue where I just kind of place my hand here underneath me, because I catch myself if I squish my hand any more than it is already squished. Up, down, and up. And again, take it forward. And up, down, and back. And because we're going slow-mo today, we're gonna go slightly less reps, because I know it's a little more brutal. Up, down, and back. And now from here, we take it forward, and we're gonna go into pulses down. You're gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Keep your pelvis nice and stacked. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Take that leg back. Switch those legs. So now your bottom leg is out straight. Grab this ankle if you can reach it, and push forward into that glute stretch. You can, if you can't reach this ankle, you can just leave it away from you. Just lift your waist, scoop the abs, and then place your hand on the mat instead. Lift your bottom leg. Push this sits bone down away from you so you feel that lift again. And now we squeeze the leg up and hover and squeeze and hover. And make sure that we're using those inner thighs. You should feel like it is a fight to even get an inch of range. If it's easy, if that leg's just popping right up, consider maybe you're not in the right spot, or that we're squishing the waist. Hold. Now pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze a little higher. Lower that leg down. Send your top leg out straight. From here, we're going to actually, let's bend that knee, that top leg forward, and place it on the ground. So my knee is here. Those of you online, I think my video is a little bit dark. And then you can hold your head with your bottom hand, if you'd like. And then open the chest and reach back behind you. Letting this knee sink down. Your chest open. Spine twist. Leave your head on the floor if you'd like, and use that bottom hand to hold your legs still. And just let this stretch be whatever feels best for you. If you're tight in the chest and you feel this in the pecs, then that's okay. If you're feeling this more in the stretch of the spine, then that's great. If it's more of a hip stretch, I love it. And then come back to your center. Elongate that leg. We're going to sit up and swing the legs around to the other side. Elongate the bottom. Bottom hand, palm of the hand up. Lift your waist. And again, you may not have a physical space here, but what you want is to feel that the bones of the ribcage are lifting. The bones of the spine are lifting, and we're not just dropping all of our weight here. We're actively trying to pick your trunk up, and then your legs come up. From here, we scoop those abs in. We take your top hip up to your rib cage, and you feel this flexion of the abdominals, and then we go away. So this hip bone comes up, 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 and then it draws out. Don't forget to take it back out. Exhale. I see that all the time where we get this nice big lift, and then students start lowering and lifting the feet. And you see my feet are brushing past each other, right? This is the hip joint. We don't want that. We want the hip to go back. And then the hip comes up and in, and then the hip goes down. You have to release that, otherwise you have nowhere to go. Inhale down, exhale. If you are feeling your back, you need to scoop the abdominals in more, or maybe we need those legs forward. Maybe we still need that training wheel. No shame in using the training wheel. But I am calling it that to try to dissuade you from using it. Last one, exhale. And then we lower the legs. We take your bottom leg forward, knee in front of you, shin parallel to the mat. We still lift this waist. The hips are stacked. Internally rotate, soften the knee, flop the foot on the top. And we lift that leg into side leg lifts. And down. Exhale, lift. And down. Making sure that we're even on the pelvis. Scoop those abs in. If you are feeling your back, check your pelvis. Make sure your hips are stacked and that you don't have one hip rolling forward on you. 2 more. Last one, stay at that parallel line. We're going to take the leg forward and we lift it up, down, and then back. Taking it nice and slow today. Forward. Don't let your waist sink. Up, down, and back. You can take your hand under your waist if you'd like. Make sure you don't squish it when you lift the leg forward. And up. And just take this range as far as you can without changing your pelvis. Up, down, and back. It depends on your hamstring length. Whatever your hamstring will allow, whatever your stabilizers will allow. Up, down, and back. Take the leg forward one more time. And we're going to pulse down. 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Make sure your knees are lined up in front of you. 3, 4, and hold. Take that leg back. Switch your legs. Grabbing that top ankle if you can, foot flat on the mat. Drawing the abdominals in. Again, if you can't reach that foot, that's okay. Just leave it down in front of you and place your hand on the mat. Totally fine. We're going to pick up that bottom leg. Scoop the abs in. Take your top sits bone and push it towards your foot without dropping the ankle. You should still be hovering off the mat, but using that inner thigh, we squeeze the leg. And we lower, but don't touch. Squeeze and lower. Pull the abs in. Squeeze and lower. And again, it should be a struggle to keep that leg from touching the mat. Exhale up. And exhale. 2 more. Draw those abs in. Lift your rib cage. And lift and squeeze and stay. And we pulse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And lower that leg down. Take this leg and internally rotate it. Leave the knee down on the mat. You're going to twist. Reach back behind you. And again, this hand can just support the head. Or you can take your bottom hand to your opposite knee. Again, let this stretch be whatever feels best for you right now. If you need the stretch in the hip, keep it more in the hip. If you want more of a stretch in the spine, then encourage the leg to stay down. If you need more stretch in the chest, focus on that shoulder position. And then come back to center. Send the leg out straight. Lower onto your stomach. We're going to scoop the abdominals in. Laying on your chest. I want everyone to squeeze their legs together. And now from here, think of your belly button scooping up away from the mat. You want to elongate the low back. And then take your arms down by your sides like you're getting a massage. Just let the shoulders roll forward. Leave the chest heavy. Pull your face back so that you're just nose touching, just hovering over the mat. Without changing your head position or your chest position, just reach your arms long, pull the shoulder blades back, place your hands on your thighs, and then let the shoulders roll forward again. And just the shoulder blades, just pull the shoulder blades back, back, back. And I want you to try to get as much as you can without holding your legs with your hands. You want to try not to cheat. Shoulders back. Hands in. And feel that squeeze and lower the shoulders. 2 more. Shoulder blades back, back, back. All the while still holding the abdominals. 1 more time. We draw those shoulder blades back and we stay there. And now we take it into the upper back only. Lift your face away from the mat. Feel your chest bone peeling up, but leave your ribs heavy. Don't lift that high. More shoulder blades. And lower back down. Nice and slow. Abs are still in. The back is still long. We're lengthening through the crown of the head. Shoulders back, open the chest. And then lower back. down. And this time we're not letting those shoulders drop back down. We're really trying to keep them in place now. Shoulders back, lift, push the chest bone forward and open, and exhale, lower. From here, place your forearms down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows to the mat, scoop the abs in. We're gonna inhale through the crown of the head, we lift. Keep your elbows down, we lift more. And now from here, we're going to externally rotate the legs. If you can come up higher, take it as high as you like. Maybe we don't straighten the elbows all the way, that's fine. And then take it back down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Good. This time we're going to take the legs with us. So we're going to inhale through the crown of the head. The upper back. The mid back. Keeping the elbows down as long as possible and then straightening them as much as you feel comfortable today. And now the legs come up with you. So we're going into swan dive prep. Taking those legs up. Lowering the chest. Again, inhale. Shoulders open. We lift and we push. Maybe we get a little higher every time. And then we lift those legs up. We peel down, nice and slow. If you would rather go back to your basic back extension with the arms by your sides, please feel free to return. This is only for those who feel comfortable in this big range of motion. And then peel it down, lift the legs way up and lower down. If you're preparing for your test out, just know all those other little bells and whistles were kind of little preps. This is the full exercise, swan dive prep. Lower the chest, lower the legs. Come back to your parallel. From here, we push off of those elbows and we slide all the way back into a rest position. Bringing your forehead down, sinking the sits bones down onto those heels. Take a nice big inhale. A nice long exhale. Try to focus on your inhale, spreading out that low back. Breathing into the ribs, and exhale, letting all of the tension go in the body. Trying to sit further onto your heels. Exhale. If you are more interested in a hip stretch at the moment, you can separate the knees, which gives the belly a little more room. It'd be more of a hip stretch here. Again, our traditional rest position has the legs together. So you can get the low back. From here, let's come up onto our hands and knees. Wrists are directly under the shoulders. Knees are directly under the hips. We're going to be on the wrists for just a few moments. So if you can, this is a good time to practice that wrist endurance. Push the hands into the mat and try not to use a modification here. Try to really hold that wrist strength in the forearms. We're going to scoop into cat stretch. I want you to draw your belly button to the spine. Round that low back. And just take this as much as your low back can. Don't go as much as the upper back can. We want to go into a nice curve. And then back to center. From your neutral, now we inhale, we lift the head and neck. We expand the chest. We pull the belly button in to your spine. Keep pushing away from the floor so that you feel exclusively your thoracic spine. And we come back to center. Going the path of most resistance. Less traveled. Back to center. It is the most challenging for the spine. Inhale. It's a great exercise. Start evening out some of those imbalances in the spine, especially if you have too much curvature in the spine. tight in the low back, which most of us are. Excellent. Imagine the low back vertebrae just opening up one more each time. Back to center. Keeping your neutral pelvis. Inhaling into your upper back extension. And back to center. Pause here. We're going to end with front support. We're going to have you reach one foot back into that nice big calf stretch without shifting your shoulders back. I want shoulders over wrists, ankle in a nice calf stretch. Scoop the abs in. Send your second leg back as well. And we're going to glide your right knee in and out. Left knee in and out. Try to hold the line of the spine, not just the position of the pelvis. Exhale. Exhale. And right. And left. And right. Last one, left and stay. That one knee down. The other knee down. Take a seat on those heels or on the mat. Swing the legs around in front. Pulling up tall on those sits bones. Grab the thighs, pull up tall. Through the crown of the head, we inhale. We take the abdominals into that imprint. Feel the difference in the spine from the beginning to end of class, and then lift. Take the arms away. Round the spine. Roll back. Feel the fluidity of that back and come forward. Inhale, lengthen and reach the arms, send the knees open for room. Open the chest. Scoop the body back in and roll back. In that nice unofficial BASI warm up and cool down. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Open the knees. Open the chest. Scoop the abs in. And I encourage you to see if you can find a little more extension of the spine than you did at the beginning of class. You're taking it easy as you lift. Let the knees open. Expand. Expand. Pull in. Last one, we go back. Exhale, forward. Lengthen and we lift. Give me extension. Open the chest to the ceiling and scoop the abs in. From here, going to tuck the legs. Go onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Push yourself up and into a nice big stretch. And you can take a nice little prance here with the feet. Giving yourself a little extra mobility at the hip. Trying to give yourself a little stretch anywhere that feels tight and that was unaddressed earlier. Hopefully not. If there's a little sticky area that needs to get worked out still, this is the time. And we'll do one more. Bend those knees. We're going to, actually, let's keep the legs straight and let's straight leg walk. 1, 2, 3, feet together. Bend your knees, fingertips to the floor, and roll back up. That one's a little harder, that little straight leg step. Hip flexors gotta work for it. Feel the spine up, open the chest, and let's take our 3 roll downs. We inhale. Exhale, peel down, 1 vertebra at a time. Notice the difference in your posture. Your hips to the floor. Inhale. Notice the communication with your body as you peel back up, wheeling the pelvis to neutral, straightening those legs. Notice any range of motion that feels more available to you now. Maybe we're a little more open in the hips. Excellent. A little more open in the chest, maybe. A little more flexible in the spine. Inhale. Relax the head and neck. Exhale, scoop up. Drawing the sits bones down. Straightening the legs. Restacking the spine. And on this last one, we're going to relax the head and neck. At the bottom, we're going to peel down. It should be relaxed already, but we're going to relax even more. You're going to nod your head, yes, just a gentle swinging motion. And you can get lower here if you'd like to get hands to the mat.
Then shake your head, no, just a gentle rotating, trying to get that tension out of the neck. You can even reach back and give the back of the neck, the skin a little pinch back here, right where the fascia is. Little pinches along the spine. Little pinch going up towards the head, away from the head. Take those hands down, scoop the abs in, peel it up. Restack that spine. Open the chest. Stack the head right above the shoulders. Grow an inch taller. And you guys are done.